Welcome to the Rstv World News. My name is Military Mbero. Do you love and care about Rivers State and have peace? If yes, let's build and take it to greater heights. This is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook on rstv.com. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And now details of the news. Rivers State Governor Simlai Fubara has assured that his administration will immortalize the late Herbert Wigwe as a worthy son of the state. Governor Fubara made the promise at the Night of Tribute organized by the Port Harcourt City One Love family, an event which availed them time to reflect, celebrate and eulogize the life of late Herbert Wigwe. Tamno Barabi Ibulubo tells us more.
The late Albert Wigwe died in a helicopter crash in the United States along with his wife and son. Late Albert Wigwe lived an impactful life and affected society positively while he established Access Bank, Access Holding PLC and the Wigwe University. Governor Fubara described his demise as a double loss because he was an in-law and trailblazing son of the state who exhibited the daring spirit known of Rivers people while he pursued his dreams and became successful in his career with recordable social impact.
So you should understand that what has happened to our brother and his family, yes, immediately when it happened, we started feeling the pains. But at the long run, we understand the message that God has just sent to us. It sounds painful, but it has a special message.
The governor said no matter the wealth acquired in death, nothing is taken along and advised that people live life of value and peaceably with people that they encounter daily.
We have come to this world with nothing. We leave this world, no matter how rich you are. When you die, you also live with nothing. So it's for us to appreciate the mystery of life, understanding that what is most important is the number of persons that can stay behind when you're not there and say positive things about you.
Chairman of the Port Harcourt One Love family, Ambassador Edare Gogo Organ, said the death of Albert Wigwe caused an unbearable pain to them, but they are encouraged by God and honoring him because he was a pillar and a potent force in promoting the state and helped so many persons with his resources. Tamno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
The General Officer commanding 6th Division, Nigerian Army Port Harcourt, Major General Jamal Abdul Salami, has restated commitment of the Nigerian Army in training and retraining officers and men to effectively perform their constitutional responsibilities. He said that this while declaring open the maiden Nigerian Army Education Corps First Quarter Divisional Conference held at the division headquarters, Port Harcourt. Justice Ihumo Kasmo.
The conference, which had in attendance 100 participants drawn from different units and schools, was aimed at enhancing capacity of teachers towards effective teaching and discipline in command schools. Major General Abdulsalam said the conference will serve for knowledge, collaboration, exchange of ideas, and articulate ways of improving discipline, and urged participants to be committed.
The importance of education cannot be overemphasized, as it plays an important role shaping the future of teaching and learning, whether through networking, knowledge simulation or expression. Conferences empower educators to enhance their practices and contribute to the advancement of education.
The co-commandant education, Major General A. Sogo, represented by Major General Ibrahim, and the acting director, 6th Division Education, Lieutenant Colonel A. O. Yakubu, noted that the conference is aimed at elevating the standard of education within their schools for academic excellence.
The theme of this conference highlights the critical needs to adapt and upgrade our educational institutions to the evolving challenges of the 21st century. As the world rapidly transforms, so too we must in our approach, teaching and learning within the Nigerian Army Command Schools.
The conference was organized in line with the vision of the Corps Commander Education, which is to have a professionally transformed NAEC that is adaptively poised in building sustainable platforms for educational development of the Nigerian Army.
Justice Ihumo, Rstv News.
Now, the Registrar of University is described as a central organ that holds the administrative machinery of the university. The Vice Chancellor of Rivers State University, Professor Nleru Okobule, made the remarks at the first annual lecture and Registrar Day of the university. Namdi Olumni reports that the theme of the event was Registry, the heartbeat of university administration in the 21st century, challenges and prospects. This report.
The Vice-Chancellor, who was represented by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Administration, Professor Victor Akojoro, said the registry is important in university administration because it services the various meetings of the university ranging from council, senate, management, faculty, and departmental committees. According to the Vice-Chancellor, the event is the first of its kind since the establishment of the university in 1980, adding that its actualization can be attributed to the innovative spirit of the outgoing registrar of the university, Dr. Sidney Eyinda, who has positively transformed the administrative landscape of the university during his tenure.
The title of the university is Registry, the heartbeat of university administration in the 21st century, challenges and prospects. The title is not only appropriate, but very timely, as it has on the essential relevance of the registry in the university system.
In his welcome address, Registrar Rivers State University, Dr. Sidney Eyinda, said the essence of the event is to stimulate the intellectual capacities of staff of the registry department of the university and galvanize their potentials towards an efficient and effective university administration.
It's very common in our universities to have annual lectures and registry day, but we have not studied in this university, and I thought it wise that we should also have a registry day and lecture day. So it's the first of its kind. I'm happy that it's happening in my own time at Registrar of the University. The essence is to bring registrars together and to make them understand the importance of their place in the university administration.
Delivering the annual lecture, a guest lecturer and former registrar at University of Port Harcourt, Dr. Dorcas Otto, described the registry as the memory of the university as it keeps records of past decisions, implements critical decisions such as recruitment, admission and registration of students, graduation, promotions, discipline, and more, and stressed the need for staff of the department to upscale their capacities through available programs organized by the university and mentorship to enable the registry continue to play its significant role in the 21st century. Chairman of the occasion and former Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Blessing Eyinda, commended the institution for the initiative, describing the registry as the backbone of any university. There were goodwill messages from registrars of sister institutions, while celebration of retirees from the registry department of the university were the highlights of the event. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
A social cultural organization in the state, Onuburunotu Social Club of Nigeria, has commiserated with the people of Isiopo Nikwere local government area on the demise of their illustrious son and CEO of Access Holdings, Dr. Herbert Wigwe. President of the club, Prince Godwin Ikena, who led other members on a condolence visit to the palace of the paramount ruler of ancient Isiopo Kingdom, King Blessing Wagbo Wagidi IV, described late Herbert Wigwe as a great loss to Ikwere ethnic nationality. Obiandu Madume completes the story.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Godwin Damati.
It appears you happen to be the leader of this group. So.
Yes, I'm the president of Onuburunotu Social Club of Nigeria.
Okay. What brought you down here?
Yeah, we are here to pay a condolence visit to the king of Ishobo and what befell him, the death of one of his prominent sons, Dr. Herbert Wigwe, who we learned about his demise in America. And we are so saddened because he's a son to all, and he's a prominent son of Ikwere. Onuburunotu is a
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv Channel. This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
You're still watching the Rstv World News. Moving ahead, the House of Representatives has mandated its Committee on Finance to investigate the alleged non-remittance of tax revenue by a South African entertainment company, MultiChoice Group. The resolution of the House was sequel to the adoption of a motion titled "A Need to Investigate the Alleged Unremitted 1.8 trillion naira and $342 million tax revenues owed the Federation by MultiChoice Group." Invited to lead the debate on the general principles of the motion, the sponsor and the member representing Bida Bako Gacha Federal Constituency of Niger State, Saidu Abdullahi, said the power of the House to probe MultiChoice is derived from sections 88 and 89 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Abdullahi noted that MultiChoice, a prominent multinational corporation operating in Nigeria, has been accused of non-remittance of tax revenues due to the Federation, as evidenced by the suppression of information discovered from the submissions in their home country, adding that if urgent actions are not taken to recover the tax revenues from the MultiChoice Group, Nigeria may lose huge revenue that can inject life into the economy. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Communications Commission has reiterated its directive to telecom operators to bar telephone subscribers not linked to their national identification numbers on or before February 28, 2024. The Executive Vice Chairman, National Communication Commission, Dr. Aminu Meida, spoke at the NCC's special day during the ongoing 45th Kaduna International Trade Fair today. Maida, who was represented by Mr. Ruben Moka, NCC's Director of Public Affairs, insisted that as a matter of critical national security, telecom consumers must link their NIN to their SIMs. He reaffirmed that the February 28 deadline given to telecom operators to bar subscribers who fail to link their NIN to SIMs stands. This, the Executive Vice Chairman said, was apt as the theme resonated with the principles and objectives of the Commission in promoting local content development in the telecom industry. The Economic Community of West African States Court of Justice has ordered the Nigerian government to pay one Abiodun Ilesami the sum of 2 million naira for violating his right to a timely and fair trial. The court Wednesday held that Nigeria violated the applicant's fair trial right, specifically the right to be heard within reasonable time as guaranteed under Article 7(1)(d) of the African Charter of Human and People's Rights. Ilesami, a Lagos-based trader, had dragged the Nigerian government to court in the suit marked ECW/CCJ/APP/21/21, alleging that his right to personal liberty, dignity of human person, presumption of innocence, and right to a fair hearing were violated by agents of the government when Abubakar Marshall claimed agents of Lagos state government unlawfully arrested him at his house on April 2, 2021 and took him away some of his documents and money. He also contended that he was detained in solitary confinement under inhumane and degrading conditions, added that though he was granted administrative bail, the conditions were stringent and difficult to attain. The federal government, through its lawyer, Mrs. Atikat Fufai, denied the claims of Ilesami, stating that Ilesami was released on administrative bail on June 13, 2021. Now, do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube on Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And up ahead on the news, President Joe Biden wins Michigan primary despite sizable Gaza protest vote. And in sports, Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa terminates contract with Turkish Super League club Sivasspor. Details when we return to stay.
Ready for school? Yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
Milo! Awesome wonder and mighty ruler, the king of all the earth.
I have said this, and I'm going to say it. My vision is not to buy private jets. My vision is not to drive the most expensive car. My vision is not to use the money of God to build expensive school that the members that contributed cannot attend. My vision is to use the resources of God, prepare people for heaven. My vision is to look for the lost souls, look for the prostitutes, look for the armed robbers, look for the killers, look for the assassins. Use the resources of God and rehabilitate them and prepare them for heaven. My vision is to look for children that cannot go to school, children that are roaming on the street. Use the resources of God, take them to a school, then that they can go to school and become better people tomorrow. That is my vision.
OPS, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
A lush woman goes for it and thinks later. A lush woman may fail again and again because nobody ever starts out a pro. A Lush woman stands up to all stereotypes, and with every stand, she'll be doing it for her, and her. Lush hair. Be beautiful.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Rstv World News, and now to the rest of our reports. As part of efforts to provide adequate security for the protection of lives and properties of citizens in the area, Chairman of Emoha Local Government Area, Dr. Chede Lloyd, says he will stop at nothing in ensuring that crimes and criminality is brought to the barest minimum. Dr. Lloyd made this remark during the commissioning of Emoha Police Divisional Headquarters built by his administration. Emmanuel Mayon was there, and his report is presented from our studios.
Dr. Lloyd explained that the essence of police division is to enhance safety, prevent crime, protect lives and property, and contribute to the well-being of individuals and communities. According to him, the Emoha Police Division will attract investors and enhance more development, reduce crime along the Emoha Trans-Calabari Road axis to the barest minimum, adding that the students of Rivers State University Emoha campus, lecturers and traders will no longer live in fear for robbery and kidnapping attack. The chairman maintained that all hands must be on deck to create a secured and harmonious society for everyone to thrive in. Hence, the need for every stakeholders to ensure collaboration with security agencies in their domain, as well as provide vital information in order to strengthen security surveillance in the area.
We feel imperative that we must have the presence of the police in order to assuage the fear of students and teachers alike on the campus. And so far, as Emoha people, we know what the presence of this campus has done to us in terms of development. I am told, and I verily believe that you hardly can find any space in the village because students have rented all available space in the community.
In separate admonitions, Secretary to the Council Vincent Chuku and Supervisor for Works Solomon Ipo thanked the chairman for his proactive efforts in the provision of security in the local government area, noting that traders and farmers have suffered in the past as a result of insecurity on the Emoha-Calabari Road, but with the presence of security, the people can go about their daily businesses. Commissioning the project, the Inspector General of Police, Kaido Ibetukun, represented by Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 16, Paul Alafia Omota, expressed joy for the kind gesture of the chairman in the provision of modern edifice to enhance adequate policing.
I'm sure everyone people is prepared with these modern day facilities. I wish to congratulate the Commissioner of Police, Siki Olatunji, Ruwan Disu, and the people of Rivers State for this befitting edifice. I also wish to express the highest gratitude to the chairman of the government for making sure this project comes to reality this day.
Cultural displays and inspection of Guard of Honor by the IGP added color at the event.
The federal government, through the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TETFund, has announced plans to establish 24 skills and innovation centers across the country to assist Nigerians achieve their potential and boost productivity. Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamen, said this in Abuja when he and the Executive Secretary of TETFund, Mr. Sani Echono, paid a visit to Innov8 Hub. Professor Maman also commended TETFund and the Innov8 Hub for supplying the learners and the researchers from colleges of education, polytechnics, and universities with a platform to undertake very practical, impactful research. Innov8 is a focal point for innovation, startup incubation, technology transfer, knowledge and skill importation, prototype development, and fabrication. TETFund is partnering with Innov8 Hub for practical training and mentorship for Nigerian youths and academics to produce employable graduates and boost research. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, Wednesday said the federal government will soon issue an executive order to curb escalating drug prices in the country as a short-term goal in reducing drug prices. Professor Pate, who disclosed this at the third edition of the ministerial press briefing series initiated by the Minister of Information in Abuja, noted that pharmaceutical-grade warehouses at the federal level will be commissioned in April 2024. He added that the federal government's mid to long-term goals in reducing drug prices involve the domestication of imported drugs within the next 3 years in collaboration with the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. According to him, experts in the pharmaceutical industry have said depreciating currencies, holding importation of drugs and raw valued currency, and high tariffs of pharmaceutical imports are driving up the cost of drugs in the country. He added that the briefing series was therefore initiated to provide a platform for public officials to reel out their achievements and apprise Nigerians of the challenges of governance. The Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, Dauda Biu, has warned staff against getting involved in corrupt practices. Biu gave the warning at the first quarter Corps Marshal strategy session with Biu commanding officers in Abuja on Wednesday, urging the staff to avoid tarnishing the image of the Corps. The Corps Marshal noted that corrupt practices must be dealt with, as any form of corruption would be met with severe consequences. On the foreign scene now, fighting raged on Wednesday in the besieged Gaza Strip, where the reported death toll nearly 30,000 as mediators insisted in truce in the Israel-Hamas war could be just days away. The Hamas-ruled territories' health ministry reported another 91 deaths in overnight Israel bombardment in Gaza, while UN agencies sounded the alarm on dire humanitarian conditions and food shortages. President Joe Biden has won Michigan's Democratic presidential primary comfortably despite a significant protest vote over strong U.S. support for Israel in the war in Gaza. Mr. Biden won 81% of the vote according to projections, but the uncommitted exceeded expectations with 13. His campaign will pay close attention to see if that result in the key swing state will spread nationwide, as many voters have been angered by the U.S. stance in the Israel-Hamas conflict. Now, reports said that traces of the World War I poison gas force chain were detected in an incident at Sweden's Security Service headquarters last Friday. Official documents suggest the information contradicts an earlier statement from SAPO, the security services, which said no gas was detected inside or outside the building. Hundreds were evacuated from the building and aides sent to hospital. In our sport, the Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa has terminated his contract with Turkish Super League club Sivasspor. According to Turkish publication, Musa reportedly informed Sivasspor of his decision to quit the club last December. Both parties have now agreed to terminate his contract, with Sivasspor owing the player 6 months' salary. The versatile, who was a part of Nigeria's squad that reached the finals of the Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, is already working on a move to another club in the summer. And now, do you love and care about River State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for all updates on our live feeds. And now to end the news is a recap of some of our major stories. River State Governor Simlai Fubara has assured that his administration will immortalize late Herbert Wigwe as a worthy son of the state. The Nigerian Communication Commission has reiterated its directive to telecom operators to bar telephone subscribers not linked to their national identification numbers on or before February 28, 2024. We also brought you a report that the Economic Community of West African States Court of Justice has ordered the Nigerian government to pay one Abiodu Ilesami the sum of 2 million naira for violating his rights to a timely and fair trial. And that's it on the news. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Emily Tari Mberu. To have an amazing night's rest.